episode 28.
Because we're going to open in the Tower of Estrad.
Oh, yeah.
Where this party came in, sans Azarian, who was still at the Defender's Heart. But you guys came into the Tower of Estrad after you got this letter that you had intercepted about secret hideouts for the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth somewhere in Canaveras. So you decided to check it out. Give the secret passcode at the door and you're led inside, where 4 closets and a number of Baphomet cultists. You discuss with them a bit, and they tell you to meet with Faxon downstairs. Report what you've learned from the city. Contribute to their funds. Now you head down there, and in one fucking round, Zir crits him in one hit and kills him. Fight breaks out where you guys easily dispatch the rest of the group there. -1 Quasit, who goes invisible and takes off. I told you guys a little last week kind of what the plan was for Faxon, because he was pretty cool.
You guys thought making cool characters are just going to die.
The only thing that brought me solace about that last week was... I always have these... I read through some of these blocks, through some of these stat blocks for characters and encounters coming up and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this one's dangerous. And then he kills him in one hit. And I know it's going to be that one encounter with, 2 dretches where people just roll terrible, and somebody's going to die in one of those.
Oh, yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Of course.
It's that random encounter that I don't plan, don't plan for it.
Trash
I'm
encounter,
trash encounter,
no
whatever.
storyline, yeah.
We'll just blow through that.
Wait, you don't prepare
That's
dialogue
gonna
for
be fun.
dretches to kill major characters?
No, they all have major backstories, like all of my enemies. Dretch 2, I have ages for every single one.
Dretch 2, R.I.P., yeah.
They are my children,
Rip.
and you killed them. So, you kill him in one hit. Now, you guys are at the bottom of this Tower of Estrad, basically the basement. It is a circled room, and the bottom south of this room still has a wall. Still has a wall that you guys haven't passed by. There's a door right there, sitting next to Faxon's now dead body, as I imagine his face is just face planted on his desk. When you first came down, he was inhaling from this magical book that had this bit of steam and mist rising from it. He encouraged Mazir to be cool and take a sip, man. Everybody's doing it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you killed him.
You're just giving us drugs.
So Zalek sends his companion, his skeletal companion, to pick up the book. So he reaches down towards the desk, and he picks it up in his hands. And there's still this bit of steam rising from the book. And I imagine as we see this, Yef picks it up, and the bit of steam enters through the cavities where his nose should be. We see as it kind of flows through his body, down, past his throat, and kind of into his rib cage, which I imagine is exposed. He's a skeleton.
Yeah.
So I imagine it just dissipates from his ribs and kind of flutters out in this room. And just as that happens, the book stops. Just becomes a normal book.
You got the last hit.
You got the last. I don't know.
Faxon lies dead. 2 cultists lie dead, and 3 of these Quasits are dead. Now, you attempted to knowledge planes on whatever this book was, and I told you it was not enough to see whatever it did or what it was, even where it came from. But now, as Yef holds it in his hands, it is just a normal book.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to have him close it and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Let's search this place quickly.
There's still that door over there.
Let's look to see what they have first.
All right.
Loot the bodies?
Loot the bodies.
That's always fun. All right.
All right, let's loot these bodies.
Yeah, let's loot and maybe check out that room to the south.
Okay, so let's go around the table. What's everybody doing?
Is there
Corso's not interested in any kind of loot that these guys have, so these guys can fight over it. Is there anything intel-wise, like these are our plans, or are there any like demonic?
Okay, so you're looking for intel.
Intel.
Mazir, what are you doing? Looting body? Faxing?
Yeah.
Okay. Zalek, what are you doing?
Are those bookshelves?
They are bookshelves.
I'm checking that out.
Okay. Angeg?
I suppose Engeg will keep his bow drawn and then just watch, because I'm in the sort of the back corner of the room, just sort of...
You're watching the staircase.
Yeah, exactly. Watch
Okay.
the staircase.
Okay, perfect. Let's do the fun stuff first.
And I'll have my Sheeran blocking, checking out the staircase too.
Okay, so he's posted up.
Yeah, he's
watching.
posted, guarded.
Okay, perfect. Faxon. You go over, start looting his body. You see that he has a wand,
Nice.
some sort of wristbands, a cloak, a heavy crossbow, a morning star, and a couple keys.
Okay.
2 cultists. They are both holding masterwork glaives
Ooh, nice.
and normal chain shirts.
They're not +2 chain shirts.
Not plus 2 chain shirts. Quasits, surprisingly nothing.
Oh, wow.
They're just a little
Shocking.
That,
Surprise, surprise.
They're a little cash poor at the moment.
the extra dimensional demons don't have belongings.
That is what you find on Faxon. I'm going to have Angeg, Mazir, and Corso give me a perception check.
Ooh, yep.
25.
By the way, Mazir, a couple of those bolts that he has for his heavy crossbow, a couple of them look real nice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Real nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
16 perception.
25.
22.
Oh, perception for me too?
Yes, sir.
7.
He's way too absorbed into looking for these books.
Angeg, as you are watching with your bow drawn on the staircase, at the moment you do not hear anything.
Okay.
You do not see anything, and I imagine you probably even are looking for this invisible closet, which would be nigh on impossible to see him, but you get the feeling he's probably not here. You
Okay.
don't hear any noise like that. Imagine at this time the protection from evil goes away
I
for
will
everybody.
Turn that off.
Oh yeah, I gotta turn that off too. Good.
Mazir? No. Zalek. Sorry.
No. Clear my voice.
Zalek. 7?
7.
The truth is, many of these books are worth nothing. And in fact, most of the bookcases are empty. There's very few books left over. You start scanning through them, and most of them are history books about the local region. If you remember back, what Fenna had told Angeg about the Tower of Estra was that this had at one time used to be a museum and a library for crusaders. Probably anything of value, though, has probably been picked off. It had been derelict for the last 2 years after the owner had mysteriously died, and then the Templars moved in. So, really nothing of value in these books. Corso, you see that underneath that book that he had on his desk, there is a binder and another letter just on the desk.
So is his body still kind of on the desk?
I think, canonically, Mazir tore his leg off or something and then, pushed him back. So he's probably on the ground right behind his desk.
Okay.
Just as Mazir is ripping through his body, taking everything about it.
So Corso's going to cautiously walk up to the desk, and he's going to take that binder and that note, and I'm going to start skimming it with the purpose of potentially giving this intel to what was her name? The wife of who trusted
Navani? Or
Nevia?
Nevia.
Yeah, I can't pronounce her damn name. To prove to her that
And Nevia Tirablade.
Tirablade. To prove to her, hey, yeah, this guy was selling you out.
Okay. You take a look at the note on the desk. Would you please read it?
Minago, you were right. The Crusaders fell for it. bait and hook. Even now, the Templars along the border report in that they gather en masse around their beloved stones, believing they are safe, preparing for the inevitable assault. How little they know that they are the lambs preparing their own slaughter. How I wish to see their faces as the illusion of safety crumbles around them. They will not know their failings until it is too late. The city fell even faster than we could have hoped for. I wish you could have been there by my side to revel in the glory of it. You were right about Kormzada, and I was wrong to have doubted you. It is not my place to question your judgment and wisdom. You have entrusted me with command of Canabris, and I intend to repay that debt in full, 100 lifetimes. My life is a life, bought with loyalty, and to that end I have secured the weapons as you asked. It is in my possession, far away from this skittering of locusts. It is as you said, they are like their master. When one appears, they spawn as an infestation. You are right to be wary. They believe themselves to be smarter than us, smarter than him, but they do not realize that the most intelligent of them pose no more threat to him than an actual locust. While they hide in their garrison with their chunk of rock awaiting their witch, we pave the way for the only true lord to snatch victory away from those who will claim it as their own. I and it await your return. Faxon. And by the way, Corso's reading this for all to hear. I wasn't keeping that to myself.
I and it?
Interesting.
Yep. I and it await your return.
Okay.
So Corso pipes up to the group. We need to get this back. This is the intel we need.
Should we also bring back his body? Since we also saw another one that looked like him.
Depends if we're going straight back. I mean, I can carry it.
I think that's really important. But so I said that, but when you said I and it, Mizir just kind of slowly turns and starts looking towards the double door as he says that, and kind of just looks at all of you.
Well, I think we need to take care of whatever it is as well.
I don't know what it is, but it could be behind these doors.
Shall we check?
Real quick, what's in the binder? Is it just like...
You open, it's just like a leather binder, and you open it up, and you take a cursory glance through it, and you realize pretty quickly that it is old business. There's nothing of importance to it. It looks like it's dated from maybe 6-7 years ago, about inventory of what is brought into the museum. And so you scan through it, that maybe there's more to meet the eye, but none of it looks new. And again, the latest date on it is from 5 years ago.
Are there any names on it? Or
The only names you see is it will categorize like, it will say like a weapon or a shield, and then it will say who donated it to the Tower of Estrad, and then there'll be a date. And you'll see different notes in the ledger about what time, when things have been moved or what city they came from. And it looks like it's just this collection of like, basically an inventory of what used to be in here. So a cursory glance, it doesn't appear to be anything of value. You're kind of like, this is strange.
So one could assume that this is like him doing the build-up of what was going to happen, like over a course of time, or maybe it's this is my kind of business on the side to throw them off the scent.
Maybe. Because we're all so new to Pathfinder, I'm going to tell you there's something you can do, because this is part of us as we learn this game more. There is a skill called linguistics that has many different functions. Example, when you level up, if you put a point in linguistics, you can learn a new language. What it also is good at is deciphering codes, reading different languages, interpreting different intel. If you would like, you can make a linguistics check on it.
I do not have that.
I do.
I say you better.
Nerd.
I
have it
hand the
plus
binder to Zalek.
Okay.
Wizard, what make you of this?
While he's rolling DM, I gave them like 25 gold, a bag of 25 gold when we came in.
You snatch it off
Okay,
his
I was gonna say, just making sure.
22.
22. So I'm going to say it usually does take about 10 minutes or so to look through this. I'll even lower it down to 5 minutes you spend, though, kind of peering at the dates and the names, and you feel pretty confident that there's no hidden message in this binder. That maybe it was from before, that it was left over before even the Templars came in here. Who knows why he was looking at it, but you get a pretty good sense that this isn't very important.
Okay. I'll tell Corso that. Doesn't seem to be important.
Hang on to it. We might need it for later.
Okay.
But we do need to hurry. We're sitting ducks in here. And if we're going to take the body, might I suggest the barbarian just take his head instead?
Reasonable.
Cut off his head, all right?
I cut off his head.
We should probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you roll for that, please? An attack roll?
I cast guidance.
You cut his head off.
What if he swings wrong and like cuts off from the nose up, like horribly misses?
I did not roll a natural 1, so
But pretty low?
it was a 14 on the die.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do it perfectly, and you don't even cut off his dreadlocks.
Oh,
Nice.
All
Yeah.
intact.
And I used those dreadlocks to tie it to the back of my
Oh.
like God of War.
Yeah, God of War style.
Oh, yeah.
He
Nice.
says, "Oh, what did you do with me? I'm now alive."
Should we enter the doors?
I think we should.
Long wall to the south, completely cutting this circular room in half so that the south side is closed. Are those wooden doors?
Line yourself up, boys, just in case.
Are we going to do it? Let's do it. Let's get ready.
I am going to attempt to open the door.
It's locked.
I'm going to pull out the keys that we found.
First one doesn't work. The second one, though. And the door swings open.
The 45th one.
Fine. Janitor's keys.
The big.
Hundreds of them.
Roll 2d6. I see how many hours.
Roll a D100 until you hit the number.
So 3 hours later, you finally get to the right key. You open the door. You want to see what you see?
Yeah.
We talked about this, off mic about how AI is going to just rule everything.
yeah.
I, for one, accept our new AI overlord.
Yeah, me too.
So I figure, let's use it.
All right.
Want to see what you see in this room?
Sure.
Yeah, boy.
This is exactly what you see.
Oh, sick.
I hope it'll last.
Wait, I don't see.
Cool.
Look slightly to your right on the map.
Oh.
Nothing interesting will be in here at all.
Oh.
Wait, hold up.
Oh, dude.
That is.
Can we describe what it is?
We will post it for our listeners, but why don't you go ahead and describe it, Angig?
All right. It's a room. It's a kind of a small to medium-sized room. Immediately, there's a few things that stick out. There's a chest on the right side and sort of a table lined with knives, it looks like, on the left. There's a minotaur head on the wall on the left, also lined with many, like well over a dozen knives. There's probably 20 or 30 knives, both on the outside of the chest, on top of the chest, and then in front of the minotaur head. And then on the right, there's a very large red, that's a pentagram? That's not quite a pentagram, but a very demonic-looking, glowing sigil on the wall. And there's also three green glowing lights in each corner of the room, lighting it in sort of an eerie green glow.
Damn.
Zalek is very interested in the green lights.
Isn't that much cooler than just looking down on the south of that map? It's just a flat spot.
That's pretty cool.
I love this because it's like, okay, that is legitimately what
Yes.
you see as you walk into this room.
That is awesome.
Who is in the front?
That's me.
Corso is not entering this room at all.
Nope.
Mazir, as you step in, this room feels cold and strange, even to you. Oppressive and dark. You step inside as you open the door, and I need you to make a will saving throw.
What?
Will I save or will I kill you all?
Okay. That's gonna be 21.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a good roll.
You shake off whatever this feeling starts coming over you as you walk inside, this strange desire to absolutely tell the truth.
Oh.
Oh, it's like an interrogation torture room.
Oh, damn.
Oh. Can I
You
tell the
walk
truth anyway?
inside and you shake it off, and you're inside this room. There is indeed this kind of small desk with a collection of knives and what appears to be all sorts of different tools. There are some like rusted saws, scalpels,
Oh, yes.
knives, all under this minotaur head that is hung on the wall.
Zalek.
Someone was a aspiring physician.
I kind of nod you to come over.
Okay.
I need some insight.
Okay. I'll walk in the room.
Give me a will saving throw.
Will saving throw, Dan.
I'm praying to Iomade right now, by the way.
What do you mean? The room looks totally chill and not demonic and evil and horrible to be in.
What's your thought for like how you pray to Iomade? You have like a thought, like a flavor?
No, I imagine it's kind of, because Corso is a young man. He's kind of, he doesn't know
17.
shit from crap. He's just a kid, so I feel like it's kind of rote, but he means it. So he's just trying to like find his voice, praying to his god. So I figure he's kind of awkward about it.
Nice.
He's just kind of like, I don't know if you're there, or you're listening, or you care. Like he's just kind of unsure, but
Whereas the words themselves may not be meaningful, but it's the meaning behind the words.
exactly. Like he means what he says. He just, he's doesn't feel worthy to, and he's just like,
Zalek, you shake off that same feeling. This need to, be truthful.
bunch of liars in this party.
Interesting.
The sigil is gonna blow up in my face.
What else in there?
Come and join us.
I mean, you just described it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I'll take a look, do whatever knowledge check, probably knowledge planes on the sigil.
On what?
The sigil.
I was thinking detect magic.
Oh, I don't have detect magic.
Oh gosh.
I'm divination opposition school.
What?
What
What kind of shitty wizard are you?
I'm a necromancer, you freak.
I can't help you then.
DM,
You're useless.
DM, I attack.
All right, roll for initiative.
Dude, I'm a necromancer. I need to pick 2 opposition schools.
People usually.
I rolled a natural one.
Usually divination and enchantment.
I do understand the divination being, but it does hurt detect magic, man. That's
Well, he's got
a big one
detect
to give
magic.
up. Yeah.
I don't have it prepared.
Ah,
I took different cantrips this time.
Yeah,
even if I
I-
did, I'm not setting foot in there.
Can't help you guys then.
You're gonna roll okay. Well, I'm gonna look at the chest.
I mean, this would be detect magic to see if anything in here is.
Guys,
Looking at
it's
it, it's
magical.
obviously, it's a magical of some sort. A knowledge arcana though wouldn't probably really give you. I couldn't tell you the school, nothing like that.
Is there a lock on the chest?
There is.
DM, while they're fiddling with the chest, Corso wants to walk over to the staircase and just kind of like, can I hear any voices? Hear anyone coming? Just a quick check.
Okay.
Be finished.
Give me a perception check while you
Prayer.
do what, Mizir?
I'm gonna just swing those keys in my hands. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna try them out.
Okay. This time, instead of 3 hours, the first one opens the lock. You open up the chest, and inside is a bevy of items.
Ooh.
I close it real quick. Nothing in here.
Nothing in here. You see a solid, mound of treasure. gold and copper and silver and even maybe a couple platinum pieces inside this chest.
Whoa.
You see there are a couple of symbols of Iomade inside this chest.
What?
There are 2 longswords, 2 scimitars. There's various silverware scattered about this chest. You also notice 2 things really catch your eye. Because they were like right on top of everything else, everything's all kind of just jumbled at the bottom. You know, weapons and coins and silverware and all this kind of stuff. But the very top 2 things, there is a very small box. And I imagine like it even is, it would fit easily in the palm of your hand. And it's engraved with this like gold filament around red velvet.
Ooh.
Kind of matched at the top, and then there's a piece of string from it.
If I touch it, will I hear a woman's voice says, "You have touched the beacon"?
I was thinking Pinhead, like that. You have activated the cube.
And right next to it, the box, there is a long white staff with a green emerald at the end of it. It looks like this.
Oh, dude.
There you go,
Anything
wizard.
that looks wizardy and green. we
Zalek
know
is
exactly who to give
Remember,
it.
Mr. Zalek, it's
Again,
the
we'll
wand
post
that
this
chooses the
on-
wizard.
I'm going to close it, pick up the whole chest.
You have like a 20 strength, right?
I have like, I think 18
Okay,
technically.
I won't worry about it then. You lift it up.
And I just walk past him. It's payday. And I go walk outside and put it on the table and open it up. Come take a look, boys.
I'm interested. Do you just deadlift it straight up, or do you like kind of shoulder press it? What do you do?
I pick it up and I throw it on one shoulder
There we go.
and I walk past.
Hell yeah.
The only right way to do it.
And it probably weighs like
Oh, it's
couple
heavy.
100 pounds.
Oh, it's heavy. Oh, yeah.
I got a 23, by the way, on the perception check.
Listening. And you don't hear anything.
I feel like we're being watched, but Corso comes over to the group.
Want to go through the chest?
Hell yeah.
All right. Who's writing this down?
I am.
Zalek, right down.
Because this is pretty cool. Ready?
Yep.
There is a collection of 2,300 copper pieces.
Oh, okay. Wait. Oh. Okay.
Oh, you
759 silver pieces.
Dang, that's a haul.
122 gold pieces.
Okay.
11 platinum pieces.
Ooh.
There are 5 silver holy symbols of Iomade. Most of them covered in blood.
Jesus.
Corso takes those and starts washing the blood off.
There is a masterwork longsword. 2 masterwork scimitars. There's another 450 gold pieces in various fine houseware, like as in silverware. Oh, I forgot to tell you too. There's also another wand in there.
Oh.
At the very bottom of it, hidden underneath all this gold and silver.
Okay.
And then this box and this rod. It's not a full staff. It's only about a foot and a half long. This rod.
Can I do some kind of checking on these items?
You can. Well,
Spellcraft action?
give me a
Oh, no, it would be spellcraft. What would it be?
fast. I do want to double check this. So again, identify the properties of a magic item using detect magic. So I don't think without detect magic you can detect magical items. I will allow you to make a knowledge arcana check on that room. I'll let you do that.
29.
29. Okay, so you nail it. You detect that it is not coming from, in fact, that glowing red symbol, but you detect that there is a spell coming from the Minotaur's head that is casting a unhallowed spell on that room that incites a zone of truth.
Interesting. It's like lodged up the nostril. Do we have to like dig it out?
There's a different scenario where this all goes down, where instead of killing facts in one round, he discovers a party member's bluff, and it says, "Hey, let's talk in private in this room, right in the zone of truth." That's it. Hey, let's just come with me and let's talk about it.
I like women's underwear. No.
Real quick, you said there was a masterwork
I didn't even ask you a
longsword.
There was one masterwork longsword and 2 masterwork scimitars in that chest.
The longsword, does it look familiar? Are there any iconography on it, or is it just kind of like a standard looking?
Pretty standard looking, yeah. Along with those symbols of Iomedae, you kind of look at them and they're all pretty. They appear pretty, mass manufactured.
Yeah, of course, it was just looking like, was this someone from his order's
Right.
sword? But
Yeah, you don't see any family and sigil, no sort of real fancy modifications on it. Yeah, anything to distinguish this. It's pretty safe to say that you probably are pretty sure where these Iomedae orders, these symbols of Iomedae are coming from. What these guys were up to. And now you have a piece of letter from him that seems to be of some importance. And then as you empty this whole chest, you notice at the very base of it, there is indeed a ledger, a few more pieces of paper, wrapped in envelopes, all kind of at the base of this chest. That you start taking a look at. And the top one you notice is there is a map of Canabras. And it's pretty clear to see that they are tracking patrols. Where the guards are, at what time of the day, what routes they take. Now inside the ledger, you open it up, and there is indeed just a long list of names. Positions within the city. And even some of them have, like in parentheses, a number of gold pieces.
Like a bounty?
Or bribes.
Corso wants to start skimming those names.
Take a look, and hasn't been a long time since you've been in the city, but I imagine there probably is a name or two you recognize in there. Are you looking for a name in, specific? Or are you just kind of glancing through? I mean, this is probably 4 or 5 full pages of names.
He's probably not going to go right now, given the situation we're in, but he's more... Corso's kind of been haunted ever since that one Baphomet cultist said that there's people that are corrupt within the city and orders and stuff like that. He's looking for people within his orders specifically.
You turn to the 4th page, and you kind of are scanning, and again, you're making a quick note of this. And I imagine your finger kind of moving down this name, and it stops. And written there, it says, Todrick Ionis, clerk. And you think about the name for a second, and it doesn't sound familiar to Corso. But there it is written. Todrick Ionis.
Corso stuffs all these important documents. I think we need to get back to Azarian. We tarried here too long.
Anything else you guys want to do in this? Or you start heading back?
Get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
I think
Mazir, do you have the head?
it's on my belt.
Just as you're about to leave, Mazir, you take one last glance back in that room. And something does catch your eye. And I think for a second you feel almost like compelled. And you start walking back towards the room. And you could have sworn it wasn't there before. But now you see this thing on top of this desk inside that room next to all these bloody scalpels and saws, other instruments of torture. You step back in that room, And there it is. And you see the blood dripping off of the desk onto the floor. As you see just the bottom remains from the elbow down of a severed arm.
I just kind of stare at it for a second. And I'm going to grab each side of that counter, and I'm just gonna chuck it to the side of the wall and just let it just slam in and explode.
And it just breaks, and all the items and all these different things just start, splatter across the room.
I take my spear, and I just kind of start wrecking everything else, and then I'm gonna just right at the head of the Minotaur, just hit it as hard as I can.
And you do with what?
My rancier of the
rancier?
gargoyle.
And I imagine as the rancier hits the head, it just just completely stops dead. That reverberation probably in your arms, which you just squeeze it out, and you look up and the head is undented.
Just gonna stare at it for a second, and then I'm gonna.
And the eyes light up inside of this head. And only inside your head you hear a voice that says, "You shouldn't have done that." Oh, shit! And you even just you blink once, and the eyes return to normal.
I just kind of I chuckle to myself, kind of a little bit of a, and then I start walking out.
Corso kind of meets him halfway.
What are you doing in there?
Happened up there?
Disrespecting the god. And I keep on walking.
And I actually put my hand up to his chest. Look, my friend.
Oh, shit.
You are going to need to learn something called subtlety. You have a head dangling off your loin. And so Corso takes a bit of his robe, rips it enough to cover the head, and then walks away.
Just keep on walking.
Yeah, Mazir.
And as you all move up the staircase out of this room with your treasures intact, we cut back to Azarian, who'd stayed at the Defender's Heart
Smart.
and is now on his way to the Tower of Estrid.
I think so. I think from the info that I've gleaned that I would assume that the one that is present there is some type of fake. And that would be the information that I'm going to try to relay to them, which they already know now. I'm running. Guys, you were not going to believe this.
All right, so you're heading the Tower of Estrid.
Yeah.
Fastest way possible. Are you stealthing? Moving quick? Tell me how you're just moving.
I'm gonna be pretty cautious about it, and I'm gonna try to see if there are any movement from the enemy forces, like any sort of paroles or patrols as I'm going around. Keep an eye out for those and see if that's a continuous thing if I'm able, but mainly just trying to head over to the tower.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you move.
Yes. Oh, first roll of the day. Let's hope it gets real good. Oh, yeah. It's mid. It's 15.
15 is enough that as you are moving through the city streets, you approach the end of a long street, and you hear just in time to kind of stop yourself, and you kind of crouch behind a building as you hear the sounds of a moving in front of you, just around the corner.
Maybe it's friendly.
Neutral good.
I'm a friend.
I'm just a merchant.
I'm going to... I've used this a few times now.
Go on.
2 questions. The levitate, how noticeable is this? Does it make like from the scale? Does it make like a pretty distinguishable now?
Just give me a sec. I'm using the scale. That's what it calls out. It's quiet. Only
Pretty
you
quiet.
feel it. You just and it activates.
Okay. I'm going to. Well, and also the buildings that are around me, are they pretty close together, or are they pretty?
Yeah, even if you look at this map of Canabris, you can tell they're pretty densely populated out in this outer part of Canabris where you guys are. They're pretty close together, and the streets are not not extremely wide.
I'm going to ever so slightly just peek my head out to see if I can catch a glimpse of the noise.
Down the road, there's about 80, 90 feet from where you're at the moment. You spot 2 of these same creatures that you fought when you first came upon the surface of Canabris. These large-looking dog, almost like creatures with these long black quills running down their back as they're just stalking down together.
I am. These dirty dogs. Am I going? So the way to the tower, I'm gonna have to cross through them, right?
You're gonna have to cross the street.
Okay.
Either you can make a dash for it right now. Maybe you can try just hiding. They look like they're just moving up the street, kind of looking around everywhere, smelling as they come.
I'm going to get kind of a reading of the wind, see if I'm downwind in any way, and whichever direction is upwind between the 2 houses I'm with, I'm going to wait until I get a good chance of eyesight away, and I'm going to hop up with my levitate scale. I'm going to use that and hop up to the roof
Okay.
and just kind of try to run along the rooftops.
Give me a survival check.
Survival. I want to survive.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
You do the classic, lick your finger, put it in the air. You are upwind of the dogs at the moment. I feel like that might be of some use to you. And in fact, there's very little wind at the moment. But the small little breezes, you're upwind of them. So you reach into your pocket, jump up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep, you'll see Azarian's kind of slow glowing eyes just kind of keeping locked onto the dogs out of frame as he's just slowly floating up to the other roof.
Give me a stealth check.
18.
18.
Yeah.
Those few seconds pass where you're just kind of holding your breath. And they walk by you until they're about 10, 20 feet past you down this street. And then they stop as you hear a voice yells out, "Halt." You're still hunkered down, and you look down from the street from where they came, and you see there's a man. He has his hand up, and maybe it's just a bit of blue energy coming out of his hand. And you see these 2 howlers just freeze in place. Seems like it's almost even maybe against their will. As he starts moving closer, his hand still outstretched. Give me a perception check.
Can I use, as a move action,
You can absolutely study target.
I would love to study this target right now. Sorry, was it perception?
Perception.
Okay. 17.
He wears a dark purple cloak that hides his features from you in the darkness, casting a shadow over his face. All you see is the bit of his hand, 17, you start to look closer and you notice that his hand is shifting and moving, like coagulating. From where you're at, it seems like it's maybe almost a shimmer of some sort. Maybe you're just not seeing it in the darkness. It's hard to tell. But then you look behind him, and on the cobble streets where he walks, he's leaving little bits of himself as he moves. His hand undulating and coagulating as it moves. You watch in silence as he approaches these two howlers. And you hear him say, just barely, "You serve a much greater purpose in death than you do in life. I am one, and you are one as well." As he reaches down and places one hand on each of the howlers, and you start to see his skin, his form starts to move through these howlers, and they stay there paralyzed. You only hear one of them as they just barely, as their forms dissipate and they both collapse into a pile of worms spattered on the cobblestones. He steps forward and his hands outstretched as these worms that were once howlers now getting absorbed into his body underneath his cloak. He lets out almost this satisfied laugh. You watch in complete silence as he just continues to move down the road. Every step, a little of himself falls to the ground. You sit there for another 2, 3 even minutes until he's long out of sight. Unless you would like to follow him. Roll for initiative.
I jump from the roof. Levitate still active.
I'll give you a surprise round.
Have I ever even remotely seen or heard any kind of demonic entity like this at all? Like,
You think back to what Arvashnil, did Zaylet tell everybody what Arvashnil told him about the man who came to the Blackwing Library?
I think I would have.
I think you would have. It's that same kind of feeling you get. This man who had come to the Blackwing Library with a small army of demons at his side. Arvashnil described him as this humanoid figure wearing a purple cloak.
I wish I could.
I am really offering you. Do you want to try to follow him? I'll say he's about 30, 40 yards down the road from
All right.
you right now.
Here's what Azarian's probably thinking right now. The first big thing on the mind, how close is the tower from here?
You might be only another 10 minutes away, moving as one person. You're moving pretty quick.
That's not that far. There's a part of me, I think Azarian's thinking he was going to go to the party to relay information. But also, I think there's a good chance that this guy is going to lead us to another spot that's going to be very important. Right? I get the just biggest looks of don't do it from across the room.
In all fairness, no one's there other than you.
I'm glad I'm not making your choice.
I was only smiling because that music hit really well.
That's
That little
really
sound,
good.
I was like, ooh, that's nice.
It's pulling at my throat.
If you want to go follow the giant wormy murder man, then that's your prerogative.
He's leaving a trail for you.
Oh, yeah.
I think I am just going to note down in my head which direction he's going.
Your
Maybe.
eyes just kind of follow him as he moves down the road.
And
He's kind of heading in a eastern direction.
And I'll decide as that is a key figure. As I'm going to the tower, I'm going to be thinking of any key points that could have been in this eastern direction, something that could have been infrastructure-wise, just like a really sound base or like location of any type of comings and goings of anything like that from my tradings here.
Do you have knowledge local?
I do.
Okay, give me a knowledge local check.
9. Not that good.
Not that good, but I will tell you this, at least he's heading east, which is out of the city. Because you are so far northeast where you can see on that map where even the Tower of Estrid is, that you guys kind of have this knowledge, this, at least from what you've heard of people, is that the majority of who's ever left, the demons left in the city, have all kind of congregated around what has remains of the kite. You've heard multiple reports of like they're all kind of like old Canabras is where they're all mostly stationed at. So it seems odd that he would be heading east, not heading even west or south towards old Canabras, but is heading towards the wall out of this city. As anything of value from where you're at, the only thing you can think of is the Defender's Heart is east.
Oh, that is not a good thought. Think this worm guy's going to Defender's Heart? Come on, Azarian, use your brain.
The rest of you guys can't speak. I'm not gonna. You're not there, but I'm interested to hear what where your thoughts are.
Azarian, don't get murdered. No. You hear it go through.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn personally. Like I see the value of this character we know a little bit about, but at the same time, it's like
okay, real fast. Are you thinking about just like engaging him or just following
trailing?
Him? It's like the happy medium. You know, it's a half measure. You know.
I'm not concerned about him getting murdered. I'm just concerned about you becoming
I just misses
part of him.
oh
yeah, getting sucked up.
Okay.
Gay.
Would you like following him just to try to find like where he's going, where he's coming from, what's he about?
I guess my thought was that I would be checking if there's any points of interest that could be in that direction, but if he's heading in a way that just in my mind doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I would just be assuming that either that's just a direction we can check next, or he was intentionally leaving town. Because isn't that a place where like the wall is totally broken open up in that side?
Yeah.
So he could just be walking out to some town out in that direction to the next point.
Who knows what his...
Who knows? We don't even know what's going on outside of Canabras.
No,
Yeah.
you guys have no idea right now.
Some of the other ward stones could have been already taken out, for all we know.
It's possible.
So I think my better judgment would be just jot down the location, inform that along with other things that I found out at the Defender's Heart to the party.
Found wormy guy in streets.
Written in Crayola.
Right here.
So then I imagine in my head that you
This
probably...
is a drawing. I used purple because I saw a purple cloak.
Stick figure worms.
So I imagine in my head that you probably just kind of stay hidden on this rooftop probably for 4 or 5 minutes till he's well out of sight.
Yeah.
You know, making sure that you will not be detected. Until finally you kind of you climb back down onto the street and you start making your way again towards the Tower of Estrid. And let's say you head about a mile and all of a sudden you see the rest of this party coming back from the Tower of Estrid.
Zadian.
Oh, brothers.
Waves. Clap.
It's good to see you're all right.
We had a bit of a adventure on our hands while you were away.
We got proof.
We did.
I open the bag and show him the head.
Well, that saves a lot of issues. I had just discovered that the one we were talking to was probably some type of fake. But seems you already found that out yourself.
Mazira killed him in one hit. You should have seen it.
Really? And is that a different outcome than normal combat? I also had a brief encounter with a friend, this and the worm creature looking thing.
The one that Aravashnil told me about that visited the Blackwing Library, perhaps.
Yes.
you spoke to him.
I would not dare approach that kind of power. I saw him basically inherit 2 dogs into his system. It was not really something I was well adept at fighting, so I'd rather keep my soul and body to myself and not be turned into a pile of worms.
Smart.
And so he was walking
Yeah.
He was,
like a person.
to tell you the truth, it was a bit hard to tell. He was in a purple cloak, but he was standing in a sort of humanoid way. Leaned over, I saw a hand, but, I mean, nothing of inherent value, nothing that I could really match appearance to, aside from that beautiful purple cloak. Couldn't get over it.
So some worms that walk, huh?
Get out of here.
Get out.
Good job, Dan. I was going to say it if you did.
I stabbed Mazir in the jugular.
Thank you.
Nothing happens. I'm just kidding.
I know, I can't break through that skin.
Did you see where he was heading?
Unfortunately, the only real direction that made sense was out of town, but unfortunately I couldn't get a good enough glance. He could be heading in some very dangerous directions as well. Over eastbound, towards the Defender's Heart. Maybe he could have banked a left and headed north and went towards Topaz, for all we know. I'm not sure.
We also came across some pretty valid intel that could shake up the Defender's Heart, so we should all we should be prepared for whatever outcome when we deliver this, because we don't know who's compromised within the Defender's Heart. I have a suspicion that there's some people here on this list that might be in the Defender's Heart.
Yeah, we took all the incriminating evidence, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Corso's got all that shit.
What's really throwing me off about this whole thing, all of my life, demons were nothing more than these chaotic, self-absorbent, they act on impulse. They're nothing but these simply cunning but idiotic creatures. And now I'm seeing them even on the lowest form, working in pairs and groups, fighting in these archaic but battle tactics that I'm just... Something's off.
They have masters.
Too many, even at these lower ranks. I mean, who is this man? How was he capable of leading these demonic armies? And why was he so connected to the Crusaders, deep within the Defender's Heart? How could we have missed this?
Seems like we have some more work to do.
A lot of work to do.
And I think it's safe to assume that everything we know about them is probably wrong.
Or it's right in that the people that we thought we could trust can't be trusted.
There's a lot to think about, but I think we should act swiftly and head to the Defender's Heart.
Because remember, Faxon is just one of many. As far as I'm concerned, he's low on the totem pole. It's the ones towards the top you have to be cautious of.
Yet someone so low would be such an impact on our forces.
While we're walking back to the Defender's Heart, I do want to pull out the list that has like all the names, and I want Asterion to. Do you recognize Azarian, not Asterion?
Asterion
Either
from
one works fine.
BG3.
PG3.
Hello, friends.
Sorry.
He grows fangs.
Darling. Azarian, could you skim this list, see if there's any names? Just in the off chance he knows anything, a lead.
Do you have linguistics?
Linguistics, I don't think I do.
Okay, then I'm going to have you make a knowledge local check on that.
All right. +2. Sure. 7.
It's a little tough to do. You're in the middle of the street right now, so you're not taking a lot of time. You're still looking around, even looking out for this guy in the purple cloak. So you're not like studying in depth, but here's what I'm going to tell you. You take your time to look for very specific names, at least, before you know, man, we got to keep moving. You look, and you see a couple names that you recognize. Important merchants, politicians, even Crusader leaders. Their names are on this list. Here's what I'll tell you, though. You look for a couple specific names. Irabeth. You don't see her name anywhere on that. Her wife, Anevia. You scan, you don't see any name like that. Arvashniel. Don't see his name. Prelude Holrun. His name is nowhere to be found. Maybe there's a few Defender's Heart, but none that you see. At least nobody that's standing out to you at the moment. At least in this very close proximity of people you're at the moment.
I'm sorry. I'm not terribly good with names, but I feel like a lot of our important key figures are not present on this document. I'm not sure if that's proof of innocence or proof of incrimination. Or
Yeah, we don't know if they're conspirators or, being held against their. We don't know.
But at this point, we've got to take all the gambles we can, and I feel like I'm one to trust them. They haven't seemed to lead us astray. If anything, a bit ignorant at times, but nothing incriminating in my eyes.
It obviously occurs to you that maybe the true higher-ups would never even be... They're too important to be on a list like this. That even if they are on the take or, like that, they still might not... If Prelude Holrun was a traitor, that even his name was too big to put on a list, you would never even include that name. But you get the feeling that at least their name not on this list is helpful to you. Somebody like Irabeth Terrorblade, who before all this happened was a... Eagle Watch commander. She wasn't that important before all this went down. So if she was, you feel like, they'd put her name on this list if she was either with this money. Some of them have this implication of coin next to it. Is that the bribes they're taking? Is that what they contributed to the Templars? Is this you're not quite sure, but it probably does strike this group that like her name's not on there as overall a good thing.
Well, if I have more time with this list, maybe I'd be able to map out something a bit more specific, but I can at least tell you the ones that I don't know. And that's all I can give you for now. But we should get moving.
It is important to say, you guys are in the middle of the streets right now.
Yeah, let's get moving.
Last time I saw a patrol going through, a bunch of dogs got turned into worms. I'm not going to forget about that. It was very unusual.
Yeah.
We should keep moving forward.
Anything could happen out there.
So what is the plan? Because right now, I imagine if you kind of look on the map here, you guys are, somewhere in about right here, meaning the outside of the city near this wall to the inner city. About 80% to the Tower of Astrad, about, probably 25 minutes away from the Defender's Heart. What do you guys want to do?
I think we need to go back. We need to secure the Defender's Heart. We have a list.
Yeah, I think
We have
that's
proof.
urgent.
I think Irabeth would like to know about that list for sure.
Every minute that we waste is more infiltrators convincing her to do something that is counter.
Well, and we need to find out once and for all if she's self-compromised. So I agree. We need to get going and flush out anyone that's not with us out of the Defender's Heart.
Head back to the Defender's Heart then?
Yeah.
Again, it's been strange this whole time that since you've come to the surface, it's been darkness. It's hard to know what's day and what's night. When you first came out, there's these bits of streams of red in the sky, but now you see there are stars in the sky. Perhaps it's slowly kind of returning to normal after this explosion of the Wardstone. And in this darkness, you head back to the Defender's Heart. There's this long kind of stone wall in front of the Defender's Heart, but there's a few guards always patrolling there, standing at attention. They have a Crusader every third window at the ready. And so you turn down the street, making your way back there, and you see from even where you're at this great distance that the guards at the front of the Defender's Heart are gone. And instead, standing on the street, looking up at this large tavern is a lone figure
Oh no.
in a purple robe. Damn it. His eyes looking up at the defender's heart. And you see his hands are placed near the street as you see bits of worms going from the posts of the guards into his hands. Damn it. And he just looks up at the sky. And we'll see you next week, guys.
This guy.
Oh gosh.
No, we're safe.
Thank you for watching the Point of Luck podcast. Catch another episode every Tuesday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.